Hello, and we're back to Statistically Improbable Productions.
Yep, I need to go this way. There we go.
After some major technical difficulties getting things running, um, where did we leave off last time?
Uh, yeah, I tackled what's her name?
Dr. Fennel or Dr. Yeah, Dr. Fennel.
Yeah, and I'm not in my glamour, so yeah,
So we'll see what happens there, eh?
yeah.
um,
And my character was down in the research lab area past the office investigating and discovered some things about the worm's weakness.
yeah. So today, David won't be joining us. He's off on vacation.
Gallivanting through Paris.
Yes, he's somewhere in Europe right now, I think. But we do have Sarah back with us. So, uh, just missed a couple things. Nothing major happened.
I've heard that everything went very well. There were no hiccups. Excited to get back into things.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing unusual occurred. Nothing bad occurred. Everyone succeeded every role and no one got hurt.
Wow. How uneventful.
Yeah. Um
Lies.
on that note, um we actually never got to discuss what uh hell I asked you what Hell had been up to um
Mm.
during her little excursion. Did you get a chance to think of that?
Yeah, I mean, she just got a page from Goliath, who's her guardian, and she popped back to the bookshop.
Okay.
Do we know what she was up to yet? No.
Um so in that case, I think we'll start there. Take a bit of a break from where everyone else was at. And in the interim, hell, you got a page um, from Goliath asking you to come back. Um, so,
He doesn't have many rules, but when that goes off, I gotta go.
um, you head back towards the bookshop. Um, Scooting down the streets. And that's something that uh, I was wondering because the like upkeep on the sidewalks is not like super priority in most locations. The sidewalks and streets are fairly cracked and uneven. So the fact that you can use Heelys on the worst constructed uh sidewalks um is a miracle on its own.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. I think it's a mixture of she knows when she can use them and when she can't. And it's this weird mix of rolling for a bit and then hopping. It's like parkour, but she's small and it's just on a flat surface. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Um so you get back to the bookshop. Um the bell rings. Um and you actually see there's an older woman there who's examining, just looking at, browsing through the shelves, um, just looking to get some literature. Um, uh, Goliath is on at the counter near the front, and he looks at you as you enter and asks, just like, were you able to get in contact with our friend?
Yeah, that was no problem. Done and done.
Um, will she be able to keep up our business deal?
Still working on it. I'll get back to you.
Is anything? Did something happen?
Nope. Everything's fine.
Is there a move for lying?
Is that manipulate person? That's trying to get them to do what you want.
Yeah.
And you
I don't
want
know if
them
that's
to
the
believe
same
you.
thing.
Yeah, let's go for manipulate someone right now, because this is something you're trying to get away with.
Okay.
Uh
Having open the character sheet and let's see how well I can lie. Ooh.
Not well.
Now
I mean, you are a child.
That
You
automatically
did try.
puts your skill into effect, right? When you click the die.
yeah. Give me a second.
Oh yeah, my charm's a -1. Oh, that's
Okay.
yeah, everything's fine.
So, yeah, he looks at you just like completely stern faced and just like, what happened?
I mean, there was a couple other people there, looking around at stuff. I don't think it's a good place. I don't think the lab is a good place. I don't know. I think it's gonna be complicated, but I think that I can do it.
Okay. Was was she around?
Yeah, you could say she was around. What did you buzz for? What's going on?
No, here's my
I kind of like glance at there's obviously people in the shop. I'm like, should we just go stack some books or something? Or
yeah, let's take this conversation in back. You guys head to the back room, and he looks he looks at you and is like, I heard that there was some commotion down in that area. I didn't get any details, but I want to make sure things were going smoothly.
I mean, when do things ever entirely go smoothly? Hal's just gonna like quickly turn. I imagine this is like, what kind of a room are we in? Basically, is my question. Like, what's in there?
Well, this is kind of your like home setting. So, what would you imagine the back of this, the back room of the shop to be like?
Probably not dissimilar from the shop itself. I mean, there's probably more books scattered in here. A couple like comfy couches, maybe a sink with a mirror, some cupboards against a wall. It's not fancy by any means. It's pretty run down but cozy. And I think Hal just like quickly turns away for a minute just to like pretend she's getting something out of her bag, but like wipes her nose because it did bleed a little bit from when she tried to manipulate and make the car alarms go off. So she's just like quickly kind of like making sure nothing's there. And then turns back and is like, yeah, it's a really freaky science place. There's a couple other people looking into it, but I think, yeah, I'm gonna talk more with a couple of the people working there. But I don't think it should be a problem. You know me. I can always get things done.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if there would be any issues that you ran into. Don't want to make sure you're not getting into too much trouble.
I will always run if I need to. And in the back of her head, she's just like, I definitely wouldn't do that, but maybe.
Okay. Then if you can secure this, if she is still around and we can secure this deal, with her as a supplier, then, we need to secure it as soon as possible because I have some clients who are already, asking for some of their products, so preferably today if we can make this deal happen.
Yeah, I'll check back in with some folks. Was there anything else? Like, did you buzz me? Has there been any word on anybody looking too close?
No, we seem to be, everything seems to be fine right now. It was mainly just because I picked up heard about some commotion going on, and I wanted to make sure everything was still running smoothly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Everything's good. I'm fine. Really, it's good. I'm fine.
He just looks down at you, just like, okay.
Hal's just gonna go grab like a thing. Presumably the tap water is pretty suspect. So she's just gonna grab a thing of water from a water bottle from the cupboard, fill it with something from the fridge, and be like, okay, so I'm gonna scoop. I have one more delivery to make, and then I'm gonna check back in, and that's exciting. We've got more clients. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know how things go.
Will do. And then she just books it.
Okay. Back to our other situation.
Happy to enjoy.
Let me just switch over to the Roll20 screen here. And hopefully everything is still in the right place. Hey, it is. So, Max.
Yeah.
You
Are
current
immediately using mental dominion on her. Not even up for debate.
the worm slipped out. John
Yeah, it went here.
yeah, John enters the room behind you guys. And you just tackled her. And you would hear as like all that had happened. You hear from the far area west
Can you click on so like here?
this direction.
Okay.
You hear someone's you hear a voice. Someone saying, "Who's there? This area is currently off limits."
All right. Oh.
And you see, I should mention that most of the lights in this place, there's like lights that are always on in certain places here, but this storage room, there's no lights on.
Okay.
But you can see a figure outside the door. I'll go to drag them out. Why are the name tags so large?
I see a person. And his name is okay, it's gone now.
I would keep it, but the names are just too large. And it gets annoying.
Fair.
Okay.
And as that is happening, as he like approaches the door, John is actually going to step out to block him off.
Okay.
And you don't hear exactly what he says, but he's talking to the guy. And I'm going to roll in front of you guys for John to see how this endeavor works out. I've never done this before, so I've never rolled before, but we're gonna see.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Success.
Oh,
That was really kind.
did you change? Yeah, because I have dice rolling across my screen now.
Well, I have animated dice activated.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, So that's a success. So you don't hear what's being said right now. But you do see that John and the figure do walk back and down and out. And you do not see them anymore. It's about this time is because all that stuff with Hell had been happening a bit prior to all this, to like all of the stuff in the last episode. So now would be about the time that Hell would be meeting back up with you guys.
Yes, for timeline purposes, I would have done like another delivery or two. Because I'm sure there's a passage of time thing here.
Yeah. But you'd be coming back in about now. And I don't have your token here.
You'll get there.
Okay. You should be able to see yours in the middle there now. Hell?
Oh, there it is.
Cool. I see.
Welcome back.
I will zoom out. There we go. I don't know where would you... I assume you're coming back to the lab to try and...
Yeah, I mean, honestly, she'd probably go in the same way that she did before. Like, why mess with a good thing?
Okay, so you're coming in... That was over here?
Yeah, through a bathroom window, I believe. And I wouldn't approach the building from the front. I try to come at it from the side, so I just avoid the guard altogether.
Yeah. So, you've done this before, so you know how to get in. As you enter through the bathroom stall and you creak open the door a little bit, you do see John and actually the same officer that you had run into earlier this day.
Yeah.
Leaving through the front entrance.
Okay, as soon as they go by, I take a quick peek down the hall just to make sure they're far enough away. And then I'm gonna go this way.
Okay. So, you don't know where anyone is.
No, I have no idea. I don't know that they're still
Yeah,
in
you-
here, honestly.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know that they're still here.
I'm going in here for my own means to find... Is it Dr. Fennel?
Fiera.
That's the guy?
Dr.
Fiera.
Fiera, I believe.
Why'd I write fennel?
I do have notes on my phone.
My
Oh, Ferreira.
Ferreira.
Ferreira. Francis Ferreira. Yes.
Wow. Thanks, notes, for being wrong.
So yes, searching for her office, how I can get in touch with her, and avoiding anybody else that I come across.
I had things open on a tablet too, but it has since gone to sleep mode. Okay. So, which way do you go? There is a sign that sort of shows, like, as you come into that main area, there's a sign that says, water displays to the left. The electromagnetism exhibit is forward and off to the right. And then a brief history section is to the is in the right area. So
Well, I'm looking for offices, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a sign that said to go either upstairs or to the right.
yeah,
To find
offices are. It does say offices upstairs.
Cool. Then that is where I would go.
Okay. Sorry, it's just getting a tablet functioning. So you go up the stairs, and that takes you to this area over here.
Actually, as she's going up the stairs, she's gonna take a quick pause and realize that nobody's here right now. And
Yeah.
she kind of wants to go check out a couple of the exhibits real quick. Just like, while I'm here, nobody's gonna know. And I'm kind of curious.
This is a fun place.
They
Yeah.
wouldn't know.
Okay,
Who would
so
know?
you go check out the exhibits.
Yeah, I'll walk straight down here. I mean, I have, eventually I'll get to the office. I'm sure, I'll find some contact information there. But in the meantime, why not stray from the path?
Okay, so you walk down to here. Which direction do you go? We'll follow this for a little bit just to see where this ends up. We'll get back to you, the other two, in a quick second.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the hell we'd go for. Can I roll? Like, really, any of the exhibits?
I mean, that's a personal choice. I can't determine what would interest your character. What
I think
catches Hell's eyes?
I'm gonna do a little roll. Okay, we rolled high, so I'm gonna go over here and see what. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got a 6, so I'm going over here.
Okay. As you enter this area, you notice that, like, this area, it doesn't have a lot of lights on right now. Most of them are shut down. The only thing really illuminating this area is the glow from the displays that are always left on. So you have some displays that show the like how electricity functions through circuits. Some that show like different power consumptions from different utilities, and those sort of things that give basic. The cat is half blurred, so
It's like, don't get distracted.
but you can only see like the cat halfway. It's hilarious. But yeah, the one that you're currently standing in front of is a display that shows like how electricity runs through a circuit, and it's kind of like an interactive thing, so you can.
Oh yeah,
like,
Jake, I'm currently standing in front of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So this one.
Oh no, I meant like currently. Current.
Ha ha ha
Ha.
ha 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 ha
I
ha.
try to make up for David's absence.
Ah.
Gotta. Yes. Okay. So it talks about how electricity moves, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing that I can like fiddle with, like try and use for a second.
Well, like it's an interactive display, so it like lets you like set up on a screen. It lets you set up like different circuits and how they like can move around, and you can like drop in light bulbs and stuff on the screen to kind of display how they work and stuff.
Cool.
Integrate switches and all of that sort of fun things.
Okay, she'd do a little bit of that and then pop over to this one.
That one shows the consumption level of different utilities in the basic household, so shows how much power levels different appliances will use.
How much they can take before they like exceed their energy max kind of thing.
Yeah, and you can like turn things on and off to show like what the power consumption is. So like if you turn off lights and stuff, it goes down a little bit. If you shut off the fridge, it drastically drops.
Oh, boring. Boring for a 12-year-old. Cool. And then she'll pop over here and then probably turn around.
This one is shows a display of kind of, it shows how kind of describing how an electromagnetic pulse works and what occurs. And it's giving an example of the surge that happened.
I was gonna say that's very relevant to our world.
However, this display is sparking and doesn't seem to, like, it's sparking in the top corner and the lights are flickering a bit, and it's and this is, like I said before, like these are the only light sources, so the lights here are like very flickery. There's not and it's kind of the humming of these machines. They're the only noise you really hear around.
Oh, that's spooky.
And the occasional spark from this machine, because something seems off with it.
Can I investigate it?
Sure, what part do you want to investigate?
I guess just why it's sparking. Like the other ones just seemed like they were, either just set to be on or turned off. And this one is like flickering and sparking, and it's like, that's weird.
Okay. Roll to investigate a mystery. Okay. Give me 1 second to console the tome. Okay, so yeah, you get to ask one question.
Why is this one weird? Why is it different than the others?
So, from the list of questions, what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do, or what is being concealed here.
Now, Sarah wants to ask what's being concealed here, because that's what I think. But Hell would honestly be like, what's happening? Like, what's going on with this thing?
I'd consider that under, like, what's being concealed here.
Okay, yeah. Sure, let's go with that. What's being concealed here?
As you examine this display, you notice that, there is a, a part of the, upper section that is actually smoking a little bit, and looks like it's been melted. And like something had burrowed into the machine. And as you examine it, that's when you hear the hiss. And through a hole in the machine, a long intestinal looking worm with a jagged toothy maw emerges from a hole in the top of the machine.
Oh, great! I'm gonna note right the heck out of there.
Roll to act under pressure.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. Act under pressure. Oh boy. Okay, let's see how this goes. Ooh, not a girl.
Good job.
Good job.
Give me 1 second.
Activating Heelys now.
Amazing.
And just zooming myself. That's the worm that you see appears from the hole, and you see in its toothy maw, it has an electrical current starting to charge up inside itself, but you manage to dash out of the way just in time as a spark of electricity came towards you.
Okay. Cool.
And what do you do? I'm assuming, do you just duck out?
Oh, full run. I'm not gonna run out of the building because, like, yeah, she's got to get a job done. Like, as scared as she is, she knew something was up here, so she's gonna run as quickly as possible to the staircase and go back upstairs, find contact information or find the person that she needs, and then bounce.
Yeah, that checks out. While that's happening, let's go back to our other participants. You were lucky.
Yep. That was fun. We're alive. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Ooh, you are so lucky. Yeah, you rolled a 6 and a 5. So, Max,
Yeah.
you were saying you were about to do something.
Just remind me of something. You said that the room that we're in right now has no lights on, right?
Not currently, no.
Okay, so I can't see her.
I mean, there's still light coming in. It's not like pitch black, it's just really dark. So there's light coming on from out here.
Okay, but is there enough light that I can see her and she can see me?
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
you're in a dark room, but the room there's a glass door and there's light coming in from another room.
Okay, so immediately having to do mental dominion. There's no ifs, ands, or buts of that.
Okay, roll for mental dominion.
Okay,
Nice.
so yep, so that means I rolled over a 10, so I can tell her to do three things.
Okay.
Uh,
What?
so uh the first thing I'm gonna tell her is she's going to forget the last 30 minutes of what happened.
Okay.
The second thing is she is always going to see me as if I was in a glamour form.
Okay.
And then the third thing she is going to assist me in whatever way possible, um, whenever I need it.
Whenever you need it.
Wow.
Yes.
And this is what I meant by the Killmonger effect. Not
Yes.
Killmonger, Killgrave effect.
Oh, mm-hmm. That's accurate.
This is this part of the ability that made me worry.
This stream is sponsored by Webster's Dictionary. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah. So I'm doing all three of those things.
You're just going to go full Killgrave on me, I know it.
Yeah. Because yeah.
Please don't, but it could also be entertaining, so please do.
Yes. Okay, so that's happening now. All right, so I'm gonna ask her, what? Are you okay?
Yeah, so as your eyes shimmer with your mental dominion, you invoke your will upon this person. This completely innocent bystander in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Telling her to forget the events that had just occurred. Telling her that she will only see you in your glamour form. And that she will forever be at your service.
Yay for slavery. Okay.
It's your plan all along.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But do you see the same shimmer that's in your eyes reflected in hers as she, for a moment, her muscles relax as she takes in your words, and then she nods in agreement and yes, I believe I am okay. Nothing seems to be majorly injured. What happened?
You. I'm not gonna answer that right now. So I'm gonna stand up and pull her up, and then we're gonna go into the next room where there's actually more light.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask her. So what's up with those eels?
Um she thinks for a moment and she's like, I'm not completely certain I wasn't part of that research team. I just know that we got some samples shipped in that we were to try and crossbreed, try and replicate their. They were trying to replicate their genomes. But I don't know any of the specifics about what the creatures, what the specimens were, or what traits exactly they were trying to replicate. Or where they came from.
Do you know how to hurt them?
No, I wasn't part of the research on the specimens.
Okay.
Any research on them would be kept in Dr. Morrison's office and the lab. And she points south towards where the music stopped. To where you had seen Win go down.
And all right, you're gonna follow me. Actually, you're gonna go ahead of me, and we're gonna walk down slowly towards her office.
She nods in agreement. Since you raced past 30 minutes, that means she also wouldn't remember that you had done your little trick with Dr. Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't know that Dr. Morrison is... Actually, she might.
At 30 minutes passed from the time I did all that?
No. But she might be aware that that's where Dr. Morrison would likely be.
Okay.
So she's gonna make aware, just like, Dr. Morrison might be in her lab. In the lab or her office.
Alright, lead me to it.
Okay, she enters through the doors. And she's like, we're normally supposed to decontaminate before entering the this section of the lab. But given the circumstances, I think we can forego protocol.
Alright. And now, before she goes in, I'm gonna say, do you see her? Is this like a window door?
No, this is like airtight door. There's no window on it. It's just completely sealed, so you can't actually see past it.
Okay, so
I should remove the camera.
great. And I know that under my last little mental thing on her, she can't leave until the morning. So
We're getting closer to you, Win.
yes. Okay, so I'm gonna tell her, I want you to go in and I want you to distract her so she faces away from this door.
So Um. Okay, I can try. Um. And while that is happening, we'll just quickly cut over to Win. What's going on with you?
Hi. It's a great question. I think that I was stuck in this like little room, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the room on the south, like below me, you had said had people in it, or I could see people through it. Is that correct?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what I had heard last time. And this is a wait, where's my pointer thing? That's a door, correct?
Yeah, this is a door.
Okay.
Similar style of decompression door.
Right. I think my plan is just to continue to go that way because I'm just trying to get away from. Because I knew that this here was a glass door, if I am correct.
Yeah.
And that's why I tucked into here last session because I knew I could see the doctor coming in. So I'm trying to kind of get out of the way and not be seen. So I think I'm going to head into this area and see what's going on.
Okay.
Because that's what she would do. She's kind of like feels really trapped right now and she wants to get back to the group and she has no clue where she is, but she wants to kind of see what's in here to see if she can take a sec to like think and yeah. So.
Give me 1 second to reveal this area. It's a much smaller cleaning room.
Awesome. Is there any doors
Yeah.
within it?
On the west side, there is a door. So this side. I'm on the wrong tool, but the left.
Oh, that way?
Yeah.
Can she see through the door or is it completely closed off?
This one is also closed off. It's not a an airtight door, but it is a like you can't see through it.
Okay. She's going to go through it.
Okay. Give me 1 second to switch to a different tool. There we go.
Okay.
This area seems to be just an intersection hallway.
Okay.
You see a sign on the the east side that says archives.
Okay.
And then on the left side is there's a sign that says stairwell with an arrow pointing to the west.
Mm.
And then this room is labeled as gender closet.
Awesome. She feels pretty lost right now.
Do you remember what you were told about the locations of the worms?
Let me check my notes quick.
While I pour a coffee that's been brewing for about 3 hours now.
Okay.
That's going to be a strong drink.
Yep. Yep.
Can confirm.
Oh boy.
Isn't it that it's supposed to be warmer? They like attract to warmth or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Right.
don't like water, so they avoid water areas or wet areas. They like dry, warm areas. Yeah, they look for dry places to nest. Oh, I remember the other thing because they said that they went into a closed room,
Yeah,
right?
it was this one. This one's in here. The one
Right,
that we got from the barrels.
right. So at this point, that's all I really know, or at least I remember. And you said archives is this way, correct?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna head that way.
It has been a month since the last session, so I'll let you know that the other thing you were told was one is where the knowledge is kept.
Oh, I see. So so I get what you're saying. So maybe don't be so hastily to just jump into the spot where I'm going to be killed when I have 3 harm already on me.
You can do what you want. I'm just saying you would have known about that.
I would have known about that. Oh, I do. Right here. Another lies where the knowledge is kept. Oh.
So, what does Wynn
And then
do?
there's one that lies in the lower floor attracted to the lights,
And we
Which
found
is-
that.
which is that one.
You're
So,
welcome.
I guess at this point, I'm gonna. How far do I have to be to use my telepathy from someone? Do we know?
We're being somewhat loose with that. You can try and reach. You can assume that if someone is within a a similar building, you'll be able to reach them. There's no set, exact distance, but
Okay, so I want to try to connect to Max,
okay.
with telepathy to see if I can find out where he is.
Okay. And I believe for this it would have been considered manipulate someone, correct? Is what we went with.
Yeah, so it says this can allow you to investigate a mystery and read a bad situation without needing to actually talk. You can also manipulate someone without speaking.
Yeah.
So it would be like a manipulate someone in the sense I'm forcing them to communicate with me.
Yeah.
Is the only thing I can think of. So
Yeah.
let me do that then.
I'm good with that. Just sit up straighter, better posture. Mixed success. Uno momento. Next, manipulate.
For another, so for another hunter, they mark experience if they do what you ask.
Okay, sweet.
Ooh, dope.
So, Wynn's going to kind of like insert her thoughts into Max's brain so he can hear her. And she's going to be like, Max, I'm kind of stuck right now in a spot. Do you know where you are?
Like, whoa, where's that voice coming from?
Yeah, so this
Oh.
hasn't happened to you before, Max. You feel this similar to what happened to John. You feel pressure being brought onto your thoughts, and then like a whisper in your ear, you hear the sound of Wynn's voice as if she was speaking directly in your ear, and states what she had just said.
I'm just outside of Dr. What's Her Face's office with the other woman.
Okay, good. You're not too far away from me. I'm just a little bit further down. I was in one of the labs and kind of got stuck in like their decompression area. running away from that doctor. Like, why did you send her this way?
I didn't know. I thought she was going to go the other way.
God, what were you thinking? Why did you choose this?
No, it's okay. I have some information though I want to share with you. If you can make your way down here, I'll wait for you.
Okay. Might be a bit because we have to get by the good doctor.
Now, with that being said, I could try to manipulate the other doctor too, right?
Oh, there's an idea.
Right?
So, you're... While Max can fully dominate a person's mind and basically control them, your ability to manipulate is more of like Inception sort of concept,
Yeah.
where you can't fully control what they do, but you can kind of like implant ideas and give them
I see.
suggestions.
Okay. Well,
You're like a help action.
There is, but Wynn might be the only person who could theoretically help from a distance.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like So I'm probably gonna have to try to dominate what's her name here, but I guess could win when I do that. Try to manipulate her at the same time to like help improve my odds of manipulating her again.
that's a good
Okay,
question.
You have like a double psychic attack going on.
By God, you're going to destroy this woman's mind.
I was like, her poor brain.
She's already under the mental dominion, and
Yeah.
and you're just going to have like
I'm just gonna make her go. I'm just gonna make her go to sleep. That's it. Nothing bad. Just she's gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, so tell me what your guys are planning to do.
So my original plan is to get her to go in and distract her so she's facing this door. Then I'm gonna sneak in, physically turn her around and then use dominate on her. And then I guess at the same time, Wynn could try to like manipulate her just to make her more susceptible, so kind of like having disadvantage. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's because you can use the help action after. It's just a matter of Wynn knowing when to help.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if Wynn would Wynn be able to sense when I start using mental dominion?
I guess maybe my magic. Just one sec. I can observe another place or time with my use magic effects.
Okay.
Well, that's
You
my
mentally
advanced
click.
use magic. Oh no, that's just effects. Yeah. So potentially I could use my magic to watch you to see when you do it, and then and then use my manipulate someone to
Use magic. Inflict harm, enchant weapon, do one thing. Place, trap, banish, summon. Communicate with something you do not share language with. Observe another place or time. Huh. What would this spell require?
Hopefully, you don't have to eat a pair of metal knuckle dusters.
I'd say this would be of like a sort of a ritual type of spell that you'd need to take it would take about a minute to cast and require you to draw some arcane symbols.
Okay. That is something that potentially I could do.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna be in the belief the way that we determined I wanted to do this was with the conversation Max and I were having telepathically. Correct?
Yes.
You can read minds.
Yeah.
Let me just bring up your character sheet here and just read through the ability once more. You can read people's thoughts and put words in their eyes. Okay. Yeah, so I'd say you can like read his mind as you communicate to him. You kind of the one person who can actually communicate over long distance.
Mm-hmm.
Because we never...
I'm OP.
Because with this world, we never actually determined who would actually own a phone of any kind. Because they're not as common.
Right.
So
I guess at that point then Wynn's going to start to create the ritual so she can time when Max is going to do his spell to try to help buff it. So then he can get past.
So the spell would be to observe.
Mm-hmm.
Which would allow you to get the timing down in case he needs assistance.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so as you, what do you use to cast this spell? Like, do you carry chalk around with you to draw on most surfaces, or do you have any charcoal or something?
Yeah, Wynn would have a small piece of charcoal, and she has her grimoire, her family's book.
Or a paintbrush or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No,
she...
Charcoal?
Yeah, she has a piece of charcoal, or like a piece... It's not even like charcoal, it's like a rough piece of like, almost like... I guess charcoal, but it's like a piece of like wood that the end is singed, and that creates the...
That's immediately what I was picturing. That's awesome.
Right. So like it's like a piece of wood and on the end is singed, and she uses that to like draw out the arcane symbols, and she references the grimoire she carries, like the book she carries, as the reference tool for what symbols she needs for the spell. And she's eye rolling the whole time the fact she's doing this, because typically she would not even be touching the spells, but she feels like it's necessary right now. So
as you draw out the arcane symbols and take the minute to focus on this spell, your eyes glaze over and you force your consciousness to another location.
Do I have to roll for the use magic though?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is where the roll comes in.
There you go.
Ooh.
Sweet.
You guys don't have to succeed in every roll, you know.
Hey, I have 3 harm.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And I got a 4 when I was trying to lie.
Okay. You delve your consciousness over, and you can see only a few rooms over Max, and Dr. Ferreira about to enter, and you just watch as what is now about to unfold.
Cool.
That's jittery whenever I zoom in. So, Dr. Ferreira opens the door and enters. And starts speaking to Dr. Morrison. She says, I need to discuss something. There was, some issues that came up with a current project, and Dr. Morrison, still under the initial mental dominion, is kind of like off at the current moment because she's not fully understanding why she needs to be in her office, but she is compelled to do so. But she looks at Dr. Ferreira and says, Why are you here? You're not supposed to be in this lab." And Dr. Ferreira just keeps on, like, as she walks around and tries to just keep talking just general stuff, not trying to actually get to any point. Asking
Drawing her attention away.
Yeah. She does draw the attention of Dr. Morrison for a moment, as Dr. Morrison is just questioning why she's in the lab. What do you do, Max?
I'm going to telepathically talk to Wynn, saying, "You ready?"
I feel like Wynn is currently focused on the spell and wouldn't be able to keep the connection up.
Okay, then we will go with, I'm going to silently go in, spin her around, and then we are going to do mental dominion.
Yeah.
And let's see how much this fails.
Come on.
Let's just, let's go with
Where
the
is the...
I was debating whether to make her act under pressure to sneak in, but we'll just go with the mental dominion and see how well that works.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright.
So so that's another plus 3. 10.
I don't even need to help.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna tell her to go to sleep. And I will save my other 2 charges on her until I need them.
Mwahaha.
Generally hold, how hold generally works is that, although there's no set time that it can be used, time limit for what it can be used, it's generally, like, has to be used within that scene, sort of. It's basically, if it's not used within that scene, you can't just really hold on to it forever. It's used within that scene, and then you don't have to use every charge, but it's just, you don't keep it forever.
Well, she's asleep now, so
yeah, she's kind of out of commission.
Yeah. So she's on the floor, and I noticed this over here. Is this a glass door?
Yeah.
What's inside? If I can just look through it.
You see... Give me 1 second. You see that?
I'm going.
So there's a stairwell.
Curtain. Oh, a
There's,
stairwell.
yeah,
Okay.
to go down, and then there's an elevator, doors, to the south.
Ooh,
Okay.
that'll come in handy.
Yeah. Okay. So
Should have
next
looked.
up,
You specifically did not.
Nope.
so I am going to pick her up, and I'm going to put her in this corner.
Okay.
All right. So next up, I'm going to ask her. Can you use the magic box here to
The
get
magic
information I
box.
need? Yeah.
To what?
To figure out any information.
She turns on the computer, and it comes up to a login screen. And she says, "This is Dr. Morrison's computer. I don't know the login for it."
Check for sticky notes.
I was just gonna say that. Can we check?
I
For,
knew the keyboard.
can we check for post-it notes or something?
There is no post-it notes. Like, there's no password indicating post-it notes around.
Damn.
That's funny.
One of those smart people that doesn't write it down.
Memorizes it. Who does that?
Okay. All right. Well, that's disappointing. So, I'm gonna tell her to stay here. I'm gonna, then I'm gonna communicate with Wynn. Okay. So, other doctor is sleeping. Where are you at?
When do you establish mental connection again?
I was going to say, so I think it would be a little bit different. I think I've witnessed the whole thing, so I'm aware, because I don't think that we can we can't just talk after I'd done the manipulate,
Okay.
because that one was done, so I'd have to reconnect to you. So I think I've witnessed this,
Okay.
if I'm correct. So I'm aware of the fact that you've successfully done that. So I'm out of my state of spell, and I'm starting to come back up this way.
Okay.
Does that make sense, DM?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not. Yeah, you. It's not like. Maybe if your powers develop, you can maintain a psychic connection, but.
Yeah.
Um.
But it's like one instance at a time kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, you don't have permanent earpieces.
Okay. So I'm starting to head up towards then.
And
I'm making communication something you have to actually, like, endure.
Oh, God.
What's it like when you don't have instant communication with your allies?
right.
Well,
It-
we should
it
stay
actually
grouped
gives me a
together.
challenge.
Okay, so Wynn's like in the room over from you.
Okay. So I'm gonna continue with what I said to her, just to stay here and keep an eye on her, and I'm gonna go into the next room.
In the interim, as you guys rejoin, Hal,
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
you were coming up the stairwell.
You betcha. At a pretty fast pace.
Where is your...
She's still on the main floor over here.
So, you were just running right to the stairwell?
Oh yeah.
The spiral ones, or the, there's another door thing that says stairs there.
I think it was the spiral ones that led up here to the offices, right?
That you're aware of, yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember the first time I was in here, so that's where I would go.
This is also an elevator door.
I'm quickest possible method. I'm not gonna stand there and wait for an elevator. I just had a giant electric worm thing try and attack me.
Why? Like, when has anything ever bad happened while in an elevator in a horror movie?
My God. Let me count the ways that I will not be doing that.
Okay.
No, definitely going for the staircase.
Okay. We'll bring you over to here then.
I'm carrying over my 12 from Act Under Pressure. She's not gonna fall for that.
I don't know why it'd be an issue. Okay, so you come up to the lab, or well, the second floor, lab areas.
Yes.
Where do you proceed from there?
So there's, what am I looking at? I guess is my question.
Well, that depends on where you go, because this is the door that leads into the rest of the floor. So
Oh, and that's the only door? This is like a locked-in
yeah,
space?
so this is like a open sort of stairwell that leads up to the floors. So this place you can like standing on the main floor, you can see up all the way to the third floor, or like see windows that lead to the second and third floor.
Gotcha.
And there's only one doorway here, and the stairs stop here. There's no way to get to the third floor from here.
Okay. Are there any signs? Because I think the sign said office is second floor.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go out here and
Yeah,
see.
the sign here says it's a administration only, or maybe not admin, staff only.
Cool. Well, we're breaking lots of rules today, so I go through the door, and I'm basically looking out for signs or making sure I look out for people.
So
See what's going on.
So in front of you, you would see a sign that says main lab. To your right, you would see a sign that says storage, archive, or storage, I'm trying to think of the word. Restricted lab, and archive,
Okay.
and to your left, you'd see a sign that says I'm not sure what would the sign say. It'd be
Depends on what's in there.
animal research.
Ooh, not a fan of that. I don't know what field. Do I know what field Dr. Ferreira's in? Like, would I know that she does either special projects or animal research or like just general lab? Would I
I'd
have
say
an
you
idea?
wouldn't really know because you were just sent to make contact with her and you never even actually got to make contact.
Yeah.
You weren't given much information past that.
Okay. Hal's gonna make a note that space says animal testing. And
Animal
come
research?
back.
I didn't say testing.
I'm so sorry. What a distinction. Animal research. And she's gonna come back to it later and see if she can't break out some creatures from there.
I was specifically looking for a word that wasn't animal testing.
Amazing.
Too close not to go there. So she's gonna go down here and just kind of look both ways and see what she can see.
Did we
'Cause
lose
I'm
Max?
still looking for offices or to find the doctor.
Okay. So, You said you were going into the main lab?
No, just right there. And I'm
Okay.
looking down the hall, both directions. Just like peeking around, being like, anybody there? Anybody here?
You don't, there's no one, immediately in the area. That you can see.
Any more signs? Anything that tells me what these places are?
These doors say bathroom.
Cool. Okay, pretty self-explanatory.
This door said elevator. This door said stairwell.
Oh, okay. And what's about this one? The far left.
It says, observation room.
Oh, sketchy. Sketchy vibes. Okay. Helle's gonna come down here, and she's just trying to look for something that says office, or study space, or literally anything that would indicate there's papers or notes or contact information she can look through.
Well, as you were standing here, you would have been able to see that there was computers along the far wall.
Oh. Okay, then I guess I poke my head into the lab quietly and kind of like look both directions. Do I have to make a roll for that?
No. You don't, unless you're like wanting to actually do like digging. If you're just making an observation, you don't see anyone in the room currently.
Cool. Then I will go up to the computer and try to see, like, do any of the desks have names on them or like placards or anything?
They would they? Yeah, I'd say one of them is labeled as Dr. Ferreira's.
Oh, which one?
The far one.
Brilliant. Go down here. And does she have any kind of like contact card, like a business card, or like any visible notes? I guess I'm investigating at this point.
Yeah, at this point I'd consider investigative mystery, and I will move the camera because I'm not getting good at that.
Investigating a mystery. Ooh, my sharp is not a good skill, so let's see how this goes.
Ouch.
Yep.
Just investigate a mystery. It's not a good one to fail.
Oh no?
Okay.
Oh yes, I'm reading the what I believe is the correct line item.
Yeah, you reveal some information to the monster or whoever you were talking to.
Well, does the computer count? She asks wishfully.
So, as you examine the around the computer area, yeah, as you're examining the computer area, looking for notes and things, you like, you actually hear, the elevator, because it's been quiet up to this point. And you hear the elevator from outside of the lab starting to go down
Go down.
or come down. You hear it moving.
Huh. What else is in this room? Like, oh, I guess I would notice the chalk drawings. And there's
Yeah.
probably some caution tape, I would imagine.
That is something that you would definitely take note of.
Fantastic. What is this giant white thing?
A big ass printer.
Oh! Cool. Okay, and this is a couch?
No, that's a writing desk.
Okay, the big desk. Perfect. So I'm gonna duck here and like try and peek out the door, and if I see somebody coming, I'm gonna duck and hide under the desk.
Okay. You do see, let me just start to switch to the other layer. Someone come out of the elevator. And start to walk towards the lab.
Brilliant. She's going right under that desk.
Okay. Roll to, I'd say this would be an act under pressure, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You succeeded.
Nice.
As this person enters the lab,
I like duck under the desk and pull a trash can just like partially in front of me to obscure. Because I'm a very small person.
They're looking around and just like trying to see yeah, they just look like they're looking around for something to say, and you hear them muttering just like, could have sworn I'd seen something on the feed.
Oh, there's whole ass cameras in this building. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Surprise!
Huh. A secure building having monitoring?
I mean, you know, technology is different. None of us have cell phones. Could have changed.
Uh, they look around for a moment. And just like, I'll double check the rest of the facility just to make sure.
Uh-oh.
And then they leave.
Okay, cool. I still need Dr. Ferrera's contact information.
You don't seem to find it here, though.
Shoot. Okay. So she comes out, peers at the door, sees if she can tell what direction that person went in. Like, can I hear footsteps?
Would this fall under read a bad situation? I feel like it would.
Maybe, yeah.
Let me just double check. Yeah, I'd say this would fall under read a bad situation.
Ah, just found it. Okay. Oh, another sharp roll. Why am I making these? Okay.
Because you're trying to be
Oh, no.
sleuthy.
Yeah, that's not. Oh. Okay.
Okay, make success.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah. So you get to ask one of those questions. What is best way in, best way out? Any dangers you haven't noticed? Biggest threat?
Any dangers I haven't noticed?
Okay.
Like worms or security cameras? Just off the top of my head.
So you would notice that there's a security feed in this corner, in the far left corner,
Gotcha.
right above the printer.
I duck behind the desk. Ooh.
And I'd say you would notice that she went to the down to the animal research area.
Of course you did. Cool. Then I will duck out of here and keep low as to avoid the security camera. And go out here. And just like, I might as well check while I'm here. I'll scope out down this hall. And I know the person watching the feed just went to the animal testing base, so.
So as you enter down here, you do see a water cooler, one full jug of water, and one that's emptied and tossed aside, and a big pool of water on the floor.
Huh. Okay.
It's weird.
I guess I could investigate. I mean, it just looks like the jug spilled, right? That doesn't seem that unusual.
It doesn't look like it's spilt over. It kind of looks, because it was thrown aside. Like, it's over to the side, and the pool of water is like around here.
Oh,
You might want to move the
Or,
map a bit on
whoops.
the.
My bad.
That's all good.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. Jugs tossed aside, pool of water's not really close to it.
I mean, honestly, Hell's not gonna think that's just water spilled, I guess. I don't know. What do these doors indicate?
It says, label would say storage, and as well as restricted lab.
Have we ever known a 11 or 12-year-old ignore a restricted sign?
I was gonna say that's like having the arrows enter.
Yeah. Like this way, please. Yeah, we're gonna go in here. Poke our little head in. Oop, anybody here?
Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here.
What's all this stuff? And what does this door say? I'd love to find some
Here
information and
in
then
this room,
run.
you do notice that there's like a white powder on the floor. A crate's been torn. Had some boards removed. There's a streak. Well, there's some footprints leading to the other storage room. It just looks like a messy scene happened here. Who could say what?
Very bizarre. White powder.
Things happened.
Yeah.
Strange. Wow, this is one messy lab. I've got to say, they don't have their stuff together.
Yeah, really though.
Hell's
Can you
I
imagine,
thought
like-
my room was bad?
I was gonna say, could you imagine a child critiquing the lab as she's like walking through?
Yeah. Like seriously, I thought you were supposed to be like clean in a lab. I guess I'll investigate that because that water spilled on the ground and like a jug gone. That's not that weird. Weird white powder everywhere and cracked open things. Like, how could you not try and investigate that? So
Sure.
just real quick.
Investigate a mystery as you try to decipher what the heck happened here.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
Alright.
get to ask one of the questions.
I guess what happened here?
Is that legit one of the questions?
Investigate a mystery. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do?
Okay.
What can it hurt? Where did it go? What's being concealed?
What happened here? It looks like how do I
Yeah, what happened?
describe what the fuck happened here? From like how would you decipher what happened in this room? There's you see what looks like melted rubber on the floor from a boot. There's some bile from some sort of creature, maybe.
Yikes.
There's
Okay.
parts of there's like electrical burns just in the middle of the floor near the door.
Well, having seen that worm charge up, I can make a guess on that.
And there's a streak of acid, or well, acidic burns on the floor as well. And a white powder which kind of just is thrown.
I'd sniff it lightly, like not touch it. Just, be like,
Just take the white powder. Just
Don't see drug kids.
I mean, I'm familiar with powders, people. Don't worry about it.
just you see a white powder and your instant reaction is just to
I mean, I don't literally sniff it. I just smell it.
it smells like baking powder or baking soda.
Oh, I forgot.
I guess in Hell's mind, she's just like, were they trying to clean something up? That's very weird. Okay. What is this door? This is the restricted door, right?
That it says cleaning room
Through here?
or clean room. Yeah.
Oh, clean room. Cool. Okay, she goes through. She's like, well, this space isn't clean anyway. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, and then this one says decontamination.
Cool. Naturally. Moving on through.
Screw decontaminating. Yeah, and
They've
this,
already contaminated the heck out of this space.
yeah, this room you see like a shower stall and stuff to just clean any contaminants off of you before entering the lab. Do you keep going? I assume.
Definitely. Poke my head in the next room.
So these are like I said before, these are like heavy doors that airtight that open up. But then you enter here and witness a interesting scene. The
This woman, is this woman dead?
she's not awake. She's not conscious.
That's the first thing she thinks. She's like, oh my god, I just found a dead body.
There's a woman who's unconscious on the floor. It's the same woman that stopped you before when you tried to enter this building earlier. Another woman who you've never seen before is just standing at the door across the way and is actually blocking your sight from the window from the door or the glass door beyond that. Actually, she wouldn't be blocking your sight fully. You see a massive pair of butterfly wings behind
What is
her
this
in the
place?
other room. Something you've never witnessed before, but there's something behind
Wait,
in the other room.
pause a second. So he's still in non-form?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
So we're-
Oh,
then
you-
that would have been the first time Wynn would have seen him
I
too. Like, I would have
forgot.
realized that it is him, but I would be really confused seeing him like that.
Okay. So as
Yeah.
that was happening, because we haven't actually gotten like you guys, we haven't played out you guys running into each other yet again.
Okay.
You would have witnessed that when you did your psychic. When you did.
Oh yeah,
your-
you would have seen the room.
when you were witnessing.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So I'd be a little confused then when that had happened. And I would know that his energy, that it's him. But obviously Wynn is now like, ooh, we both have secrets. I see you. I see you. We're both
When-
living the little secret double life here.
And I would have picked up something too when I heard her in my head.
Oh yeah. Well, she had already confessed to you that she was psychic.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, at the coffee
Oh.
shop But
Okay.
Although it's one thing to be told it, and it's another thing to have someone
yeah,
talk to
that
you.
was your first time
Yeah,
experiencing
John
it.
Doe really enjoyed that experience when I brought it in his head.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember now.
But okay, so Wynn would probably be a little timid seeing someone
So-
she knows looking completely different. I'm just throwing that energy out there.
Before hell reaches you guys, how do you react to this? Like, as you enter the room, let's take a step back. You just come through the decontamination chamber.
Yeah. So as Wynn comes through, she would see who she now knows. She does understand is Max. And she's gonna kind of like walk in and like do that little like startled, because even though she's prepared for it because she had done the psychic thing, it's still one thing to see it in person. So she like stops for a sec and like looks him up and down. Hi.
Do you
Nice
want
wings.
to give some more description to what Max looks
Nice
like?
wings.
I think the picture is worth 1,000 words. So, I kind of have like a flaming pompadour going on, butterfly wings, and then let me bring up Hero for it just so I can have the whole thing.
I can make the icon bigger.
No, that's okay.
I'm not gonna lie, Hell has like a basic science understanding of like middle school-ish. Oh damn.
So this
she's,
is
like,
the full view from the minis we created.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I would recognize that it's Max for some of the characteristics because like there are some similarities for sure.
Mhm.
But I would probably like be like, so nice wings. Like almost like in that like
Trying to be cool about it, but like
trying to be cool but at the same time being like what the fuck kind of thing. But at this point she also understands from her background that like people have secrets and stuff, so that she's not as like phased as she'd expect to be, if that makes sense. She's almost like impressed with herself for her coolness. So yeah. So hi Max.
I think when Maxwell just like walks through the door, he just kind of like immediately freezes up because I think there's enough adrenaline going through his body that he forgets what he looks like. And then upon seeing Wham, and that realizes like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I've been meaning to tell you something.
Yeah. So what's up? Who? Wow. Things. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Hi.
what? You don't have to explain yourself right now. We have stuff going on. Like, let's talk after, okay? I'm here, no judgment. I know you're you. I can feel your energy. Let's just talk about it after.
Okay.
it's about
So-
at this point that Hell would have come into the other room, and you see a giant pair of butterfly wings in the next room over.
And this woman seems totally fine with that.
So do I hear the door open? Or feel it open? You know?
I'd say you would have heard the door open, yeah, and you hear Dr. Ferreira be like, who are you? This is a restricted area.
Oh, and I'm gonna go full like little lost girl mode and just be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm looking for Dr. Ferreira. She's related to my mom, and I was supposed to meet her here. Do you know where I can find her?
So
Why?
is that still taking place in this room, or is that her coming in here?
No, that's taking place in that room.
Okay.
The woman turns to you and says, I am Dr. Ferreira.
Oh, perfect. Oh, this is a really weird place. Why do you work in such a weird place? Like, fully just drops the wheat thing.
She's kind of caught off guard, just like, we generally try to are doing research to try and help people.
I'm sorry, a giant worm came out of a machine thing and tried to, like, energy blast me. How is that helping people?
She looks like a bit, she looks surprised by this claim because she doesn't know anything about the worms. But she's like, you've seen one of the specimens? And it,
yeah.
it what?
It was crackling with energy. There was this big box thing. I was looking at some of the experiments. I didn't pay to get in, obviously, but I don't think that's important right now. And then I looked at this one thing, and this worm, gooey creature thing poked its head out of a hole and, like, had energy. Like, you know, like electricity sparking out of it. And I was like,
That must be one of the specimens that got out and hurt killed my colleagues. You're lucky. I don't know what they are or what they were trying to do with them, but I just know that they are very dangerous.
yeah, that tracks. I think they're real dangerous, and I do need to talk to you, but I seriously think we should get out of this building. And also, what is that? And I point to the window. To the wings.
What is that?
Ferreira just turns and just like, she doesn't see it, so she's just like, that's someone who's trying to help us deal with the situation with the specimens. We can't risk them getting out and anyone else getting hurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard about Dr. Sophie.
She was a friend of mine.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry that she's gone. But, look, we should leave. Like, this place is seriously uncool.
So are you actively trying to, like, convince her to leave?
I mean, I think so. That would be Hell's objective. Because she just needs to talk to her, but she also feels very unsafe in this building, obviously.
Let's cut to Max. What, you heard the door open and
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna hear that, and I'm gonna So it was this door that was opening that I heard, right? It wasn't this one.
It was the far door.
Okay. So I'm going to. I guess I'm not going to think anything of it, or.
You hear them talking. Like, it's a glass pane door, so you can hear them talking, and you can hear specifically. Actually, you never did. Yeah, you did run into Hell earlier.
I don't think we've formally met, if I'm not mistaken, but I've gone into the coffee shop a few times.
Yeah, like that's how I know Hell.
Yeah.
It's from like her drug dealings, quote unquote, in the coffee shop.
Hey, don't judge me. Sometimes you need medication from people, okay? And they happen to be a child. It's fine.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going to turn around and And what am I able to see from into the next room?
You can see, like, it's a glass door, so you can see
Yeah.
Dr. Ferrer, and you can, like, turn around and see Hel standing there talking to her and seeing you.
Okay, so I'm immediately gonna just duck behind the door,
Okay. So,
and I'm like, and just so much awareness, like, this day could not get any worse.
so I'd say what you would have seen Hel is just a glimpse of the wings, ducking behind the door, and not actually seeing the full person.
And then Dr. Ferreira said that is someone who is trying to help with the escaped specimen situation.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she'd be like, cool, that's great. I hope they help. Let's leave.
So, what was the last order you gave to Ferreira?
Yeah, it was. I told her to stay in here and keep an eye on her.
Say,
Okay,
yeah.
so she literally can't go anywhere.
Yeah, until I dismiss her.
So Ferreira's gonna say, I can't leave. I have to watch over Dr. Morrison.
Oh, she's alive. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I was really worried there. Can't we just take her with us? And I glance at the door that says, like, I'm assuming there's a door to the side that says, like, elevator or exit. You know,
Yeah,
where the stairs
it says
meet.
emergency exit.
Fantastic. Let's go. You pick her up. Let's leave.
The fact that oh my god.
I mean, roll to manipulate someone.
Also, not a strength of mine, I do not believe, but we'll see how this goes. Use bad situation, use magic. Where is, this tells you how often I use it. Ah, manipulate someone. Great. Oh, good. Charm roll. Well, that's a...
You're charming, right?
Yeah, history definitely says that. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Also, I don't think it would have worked anyways because she can't leave.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess that means I get an experience point, and
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So she looks at you and she's like, I need to make sure that we deal with these specimens and nobody else gets hurt, but you should not be here.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Can you... Fine. Oh, if you're not gonna leave, can I just get your contact information? I really think we should meet again and talk about Dr. Sophie. There's something I need your help with.
She's just like taken back, just like, I do not believe this is the time to exchange phone numbers.
Yeah, it's the time to leave, but you won't do that. So just take a piece of paper. There's got to be paper in here. Although, honestly, ma'am, this place is a mess. Like, did you see that last room? It's bad in here.
How about this? How about in the time that this is happening, I
Back to
motion
you
to
guys.
win to go to the door, and then and I'm gonna mouth to her, it's hell, and then I'm gonna and then I'm going to I want to sneak into here and attempt to like reform my glamour.
Okay. I'm going to walk into the room. Wait, she's blocking. Can I get past?
Yeah, like you can open the door and squeeze pie. There's not
Okay.
as strict. Like you can't encroach on other people's spaces. That's like, yeah, you. She's not actively trying to block the door.
Okay, I'm gonna come in and I'm going to sneak in and past and
Make my presence known to Hell.
Yeah, so Wynn walks out of the lab.
Are you a butterfly? What's going on? Why you're? Oh, I. Oh,
Hi.
It's gonna be easy. Hello.
Welcome back. You disappeared. Are you okay?
Yeah, I had to go talk. I had to go to the bookshop for a bit. There's just to, I get checked up on and stuff. It's like I can't be on my own for very long.
Yeah. Well, this isn't really a safe spot to be right now.
Oh, really? Really? Because when I was downstairs and then I tell the whole thing over again.
Yeah, we've discovered some things about these worms, and I think I found a way to help stop them, but I feel like we should help these people here on defeating them.
How,
And then I'm gonna, motion to the lab area, the room I came in from.
She's gonna look around, and she's like, well, there is, I did see a spot that's doing animal research, and I kind of wanted to help get them out, so I guess I will help. How do we squish worms or whatever we're trying to do?
Come with me and I'll show you. And I'm gonna I'm ignoring the existence of the other two people in the room, they don't exist to me, and I'm gonna go back through the room.
I'm gonna look at Dr. Ferreira and just be like, we're gonna talk.
She does tell you just the animals are being monitored for signs of aggression, so we can.
Yep. Unacceptable. And then
That's good. So Wynn in this room is going to point to the because when she was in this room, she investigated and she found a fridge that was open and it had the specimens being kept in different environments, and some of them had labels that said H2O reaction. So she's going to open the fridge over here and be like, psst, come take a look. Motion.
okay. She'll follow.
And then she's basically going to repeat that and be like, I think that the worms don't like water because I just ignored its existence when I ran by it. I was looking for stuff and I found in here, and it looks like these worms got dissolved from water. So I think that's its weakness.
Oh.
Yeah, the label
how-
that she points to says E3SR H2O reaction.
Yeah. And H2O is water, last time my brain told me. I don't know if you were taught that either, but...
E3SR H2O reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the specimen there looks like somewhere between the thing that attacked you and a earthworm. And it's partially dissolved from it just looks partially dissolved.
Gotcha. And it's dead and
Yeah.
partially dissolved in a container.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, they don't like water. Hal pulls out the water bottle that she actually just literally took from home and is like, I guess I'm armed and dangerous. And
Well, I
shakes
guess
it.
you are. But I don't know what we should do from here. This is as far as I've gotten, so the next move is anyone's call here.
I think we should be carrying buckets of water on ourselves.
Speaking of what we do from here, what was people's cutoff times?
Oh, it is. Yes. It's 3:40.
So, I think that's when you said you had to leave, right?
That is correct. I do. It's 4 that I need to be there.
Okay.
So there's no blind panic, but yes. So I guess Hal's just gonna say, I think we should get buckets of water, and
Yeah.
go dissolve some worms. Ooh.
So you guys conjure a plan to help each other out. We'll do one last roll to see if Max can get his glamour back in sorts.
Would this be like acting under pressure?
Yeah, I'd say so. That seems like the best fit.
Yeah, because then Hal's gonna be like, so if you're not the creature with wings who's helping, where are they? And I'm like,
Yeah, so act under pressure, Max.
1 second.
Last roll of the game.
So, act under. There it is.
Mixed success. So, as you try to reform your glamour, I will just quickly double check the act under pressure. When you gain So I'd say right now there's a lot happening around, and you're trying to, like, in a rush, conceal your glamour. You can, you aren't able to conceal all of it.
I kind of figured that's where this was going.
So you can pick, what you actually conceal, but something beyond just your hands will be unglamored. We can figure that out next time, though.
Sure thing.
Next, what's the next Sunday? Is the 4th, I believe.
Yeah, looks like it.
4th of June.
Woo!
We'll be back to pick up where we left off and hopefully finally finish this. We hopefully won't run into as many technical difficulties and we'll get a full session in, but there was issues with my Discord today.
Rude.
unacceptable, truly.
The audacity.
It didn't like me.
Well, this was still a really fun session.
Yeah, I hope
It
you all
was,
had
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
We'll see everyone again. Maybe next time we'll get the full party in.
Ooh,
Mhm.
those worms better run
Yeah.
or crawl. I don't know.
Slither?
Slither. That's a good word.
As for now, I still don't know how to end a stream properly, so yeah.